Last week, I spoke about how I was diagnosed with hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So this week, to follow it up, I thought to share the 14 practical ways I manage my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which includes the actual management of the condition and 5 other essential things I need around it to help support those ways. Let's begin with a clarification. There is no cure for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, no matter which of the 14 subtypes you have. And with EDS being a whole body issue, everyone's problems will vary, and so will their comorbidities. Since I have only experienced my own symptoms and I know of them better, I'll be sharing what all I have tried. So please remember, nothing I say substitutes the advice of a medical professional. I am a patient just sharing my experiences and not giving out any medical advice. Please seek a medical professional for your personal case. It's very important we understand that managing a medical condition happens on various levels, which include the physical things we do every day for it and also the mental side to it as well. I'm going to explain both, but I'm consciously choosing not to speak of medication because I'm not a doctor and because I look to avoid painkillers as much as possible, as they disturb my sleep even further than normal and leave me very groggy and slower than usual, making it more of an effort for me to lift myself mentally and physically. But when I do, I take the painkillers only advised by my doctor because I have a tendency to react to various medicines. Once again, this is how I manage my hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. This will obviously be different for everyone. Please always speak to your doctor before making any changes to your EDS management program. So, number one, I should just dive into it. Number one is braces and taping. So even before I was diagnosed with hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, I was bandaging up areas of pain, especially my knees and wrist. But it was only after other areas of my body got worse did I take the use of braces more seriously. Well, I needed to if I wanted to improve my stability and ability to move and work. Kinesiology taping is also done to help improve blood flow, provide compression, 24 hours of the day, in fact, and days on end, and it also helps to give me stability. All this is particularly helpful when I have trouble standing at night, when I need to go to the washroom, because I look to avoid braces at night, so taping helps there. Plus, it's not bulky either. To know what I'm talking about, I have done a video that explains the taping process I go through, which I will link. Number 2, mouth guard. I have quite a lot of issues with teeth grinding, migraines, and I also have a problem with my TMJ, which, to explain briefly, I have pain and trouble moving my jaw. Surprising I talk so much. To help with the teeth grinding, or bruxism as it's called, I use a mouth guard, which I don't know how, but has helped reduce the painful episodes with my jaw, which would cause painful migraines as well. So I have written a blog post on this, which I will link in the description box. Number 3, walking sticks. Now, for a year, I needed to use a wheelchair and would do so in hospitals. But other than that, I'd be at home and in bed requiring assistance to and from the bathroom. Soon I had to use walking sticks at home if I was to help my balance. And eventually now it's what I use even when I step out as well. So in terms of how my walking sticks help me, they give me stability, reduce the pressure I put on my legs, especially when I have to use a staircase, and most importantly, they provide me with much needed balance when my legs are feeling weak and when I have a dizzy spell from having a form of dysautonomia called POTS. Again, if you wish to know more about this, then the description box has more details. Number 4, physiotherapy and exercise. So physiotherapy and exercise go together for me. One cannot be effective without the other. So to explain better, I have broken down the forms of therapies and exercises I do, but that's in my next video. I'll be explaining the benefits of the 7 ways in which I help myself. So watch out for that. I really would have put it all in this one video, but it gets quite long and sometimes too much information can be quite overwhelming. Now, number 5, diet for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I think whenever and wherever I get the chance to, I speak about the importance of how adopting a gluten-free and an anti-inflammatory diet has made me feel lighter, improved my breathing and my pain levels. I have done a video on this already in which I speak about all my diet changes in detail. I would suggest watching this if you're keen on making this lifestyle or an essential change in your life. But please remember that I made these changes after consulting a dietitian. I would always recommend you do the same. Number 6, massage. Since my worst EDS flare-up in 2015, which led to the EDS diagnosis, I have struggled with getting massages. And even touching the skin of my legs hurts. Now, with the various areas of my body hurting further, it's next to impossible to allow anyone to give me a massage. But I believe some areas need help with blood circulation, such as my fingers and wrists and my elbow, arm. So I apply some olive oil or almond oil on my palms and gently, very gently, massage the area for a good 3 to 5 minutes. And then I wash the area with warm water and I pat dry. And this process definitely helps improve blood circulation and relaxes the muscles. Number 7, rest. Seems like an obvious one, but very underrated, but extremely important. Rest. We're in this world where we feel we should always be doing something, and rest is seen as a waste of time. But when dealing with a chronic condition, rest is most vital to help our body recuperate. By pushing ourselves, we run a higher risk of causing more damage and inviting painful flare-ups. So for me, rest is valuable and I take time out for it. I consciously make that effort. Now, number 8, right? Hot water bottle. I find hot water bottles, bags, absolutely heavenly. Cold compression increases my flare-ups and stiffens the joints and muscles, so they're definitely not for me. But heat calms down my pains, and I don't know what else to say about them other than I can't function without warm compression. It really keeps me going. Number 9, Epsom salt soaks. Epsom salt in general is supposed to be extremely beneficial for stabilizing moods, releasing stress, but for me, it helps to relax my leg muscles. I don't have a bathtub, so to help my legs, some evenings I'll fill up a bucket with warm water and put a handful of Epsom salt in that water. I sit on a bath stool and put my legs in the bucket for 10 to 15 minutes. Within minutes, my legs start to relax, reducing my pain, which helps me to sleep better that night. And like I said, sleep is important. Number 10, mental health. So even the physical things I do, like working on my diet, going for physiotherapy, exercising, using a hot water bottle, everything I do plays a role in improving my mental health, because in each of those things, there is a lot of care. But in addition to everything mentioned, I do 5 things to help my mental health even more. So number 1 is meditation. Meditation is a time where I attempt to empty my thoughts and connect with nothing. No conversation time with myself. I look to not entertain any thoughts. Instead, I watch them come and go. But before that, I take the time out to breathe and even do a yogic practice called Anulom Vilom. It's also known as alternate nostril breathing and helps to improve my fluctuating blood pressure caused by EDS and dysautonomia. Please do not try this without consulting a doctor. But overall focused breathing and meditation gives me peace of mind, reduces mental fatigue, which is very easy to experience when having to constantly meet doctors or even when I'm regularly facing tough days. Number 2, self-care. For me, again, everything mentioned in this post is all a form of self-care. But to be more specific, I take time out to take care of my hair and skin whenever I can. I don't force myself on days I do not have the energy. You may be aware, I have a series of videos that I post on the natural skin and hair care recipes I apply. I'll link the playlist for that. So to explain, I feel my hair and skin goes through a rough grind with all the pain medication I have. So simple things like being well hydrated, applying a face mask, exfoliating, and a head massage are things which really boost my mental state and make me physically feel better. So I have to do that. I have to do some self-care. Number 3, being organized, reducing clutter, removing dust. Living in a clean, organized space helps me feel lighter. Too many things all over the place makes me overwhelmed and disturbs me. And it's not just about stuff that I can see, it's also about what's in the cupboards. So I prefer to not just reduce clutter or live in dust-free environment, but I also prefer to reduce the unnecessary and give it off to charity, and that adds to the simplicity of my life. But on a practical weekly level, there are 3 essential things I have to keep organized. 1, I meal prep, so I keep food organized. 2, I keep my medical files organized. 3, my medication is in order and I put them in pill boxes, like weekly pill boxes, a week in advance. So this way of organizing helps to improve my quality of life and helps me stay on top of things. Number 4, listening to music. I love music, and I'm sure many of you do too. I love singing loudly whenever I can and just hearing music based on how I'm feeling that moment. It's a great stress reliever and helps me switch off from everything and everyone. A must for me to maintain my mental health. Number 5, work. Lastly, and one of the toughest things for anyone with a chronic condition is to deal with professional inconsistencies, and that's my struggle too. I'm a tarot reader, but in the last few years, as my health deteriorated, so did my ability to work. It wasn't great before, and then it just got worse. It's only been since January 2020, when I jumped into writing on my blog with the desire to build awareness, that I found my purpose. So now I'm a full-time chronic illness content creator, whether it's my blog, podcast, or this YouTube channel. This sense of satisfaction that comes with it is immense and makes me feel like I'm not going through all of this for no reason. Hopefully, I'm able to help someone. This purpose helps me to manage all my chronic conditions, not just EDS. In fact, I think everything helps me to manage all my conditions. So that's the end of my list in how I manage my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I would love to know how you manage your EDS or any other medical condition you may be facing. The comments box is open for you. The comment box or comments box? Well, it's open for you. And if you would like to support me, then please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.